Amateur cocky fighters getting owned. Winning a fight requires different strategies, and one of them is to never allow your opponent to notice fear in you. Some fighters do this by making overbearing comments or even acting as if they got everything under control. However, most of the time this works against them and they learn a valuable lesson. Never disrespect your opponent. In this video, you're about to see 10 amateur cocky fighters getting owned. Let's begin. Number 10. Yasha Yamamoto versus Miro Crocop. When Miro Crocop's name is brought up in conversation, one thing comes to mind: shattering kicks. At Pride Bushido 2 on February 15, 2004 in Yokohama, Crocop was matched up against Yoshihisa Yamamoto. With his reputation as a devastating kicker, Yamamoto decided to play some mind games by egging on Crocop to chop down on his leg. However, it didn't turn out to be such a smart idea, as Crocop never let up on the aggression. A few accidental eye pokes and soccer kicks later, Yamamoto was bleeding from the nose. Crocop threw a few more bombs before the fight was officially stopped at 2 minutes 12 seconds of the first round. Number 9. David Gardner versus Shenya Aoki. One of the first lessons they teach you in week 1 of a grappling class is that back control is a position of death. Naturally, you'd expect a 26-fight veteran like David Gardner to have this concept hardwired in his system, but for some reason he abandoned all of that when he fought Shenya Aoki at Dream 7 in Saitama, Japan in 2009. Aoki has Gardner's back, and all that's left for him to do was to get that forearm under the chin. To his credit, Gardner was doing okay for himself with the hand fighting until he decided to show some love for the home crowd amidst the chaos. Aoki sank his right forearm in, finished the choke, and shot Gardner up to infamy with a new nickname. They say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but I'm not so sure about this one. Number 8. Chris Weidman versus Anderson Silva. UFC 62 brought one of the great surprises in recent UFC history as the relatively inexperienced Chris Weidman knocked out the great Anderson Silva. Weidman won the first round in a fairly convincing fashion as he took down the champion, landing good punches and attacked with a knee bar and a heel hook. Once the fight returned to the feet, Silva went to his showboating and looked to convince the judges that he was winning the round based on his confidence and bravo. This was nothing new for the fans of the Brazilian striker, who's used this tactic to effectively demoralize his opponents throughout his record-breaking UFC streak. Unfortunately for the Spider, on this occasion, the All-American wasn't having any of it. And you can see the harrowing KO finish of Silva as he dances around like a loon. Number 7. James Thompson versus Alexander. As soon as the bell rings, Thompson charges like a bull at Alexander. He throws a running haymaker at Alexander, who avoids it and throws a counterpunch that lands. After throwing punches at each other for a while, the two grab each other's heads and trade shots. They trade a couple more, and Alexander lands a nice left-right punch combo. Meanwhile, Alexander lands another big right, knocking the cocky Thompson down. But Thompson gets back up quickly and lands a left on Alexander while taking a right hand at the same time. With this crushing blow, the cocky fighter again goes down, his head dropping first like an anchor. He's rocked big time, and Alexander's on top of him. The referee stops the fight. Good stoppage. That was an 11-second fight, but it was 11 seconds of straight-up clashing. Number 6. Takanori Gomi versus Ralph Gracie. This is a fight from 2004 in which Takanori Gomi was fighting against Ralph Gracie in Pride Bushido 3. Gracie came to the face-off staring at Gomi like he was going to eat him. Gomi just looked relaxed and went for the glove touch, but Gracie didn't accept it, which just made Gomi mad. You can see Gomi's facial expression change as soon as he got disrespected. He quietly stepped back and was ready to attack. Gracie went for the takedown immediately, which ended up kneeing Gracie right in the face, basically knocking him out. Gomi delivered some more brutal knees once on the ground, which were harsh. It showed his anger that one should not disrespect his opponent by not touching gloves. Number 5. Nadia Kassem versus Ji Young Kim. At UFC 23, Nadia Kassem was challenging Ji Young Kim. While receiving their instructions, Nadia decided to do something that's even worse than not touching gloves. This son of a gun faked glove touches to start the fight and went for a kick to the body. She's the one that initiated the glove touch, which made Kim drop her guard completely. As soon as she got kicked, she was thinking, okay, then you want to play that way? And then in the very next exchange, she got her back. That was the perfect time to put her opponent down on the ground. Then later towards the end of the second round, Kim got the win by technical knockout. Number 4. James Gallagher versus Ricky Bandejas. SBG protege and Conor McGregor wannabe, James Gallagher enters his first fight in 14 months as cocky as ever. Even before the fight, during the pre-match press conference, he tried to taunt his opponent and seemed too confident. But Bandejas was not giving too much attention to him and seemed pretty relaxed. During the fight, Gallagher would raise his hands every now and then, trying to prove that it was all too easy for him, but fate had other ideas. Ricky Bandejas stays calm and collected, and when he saw the opportunity, he brutally punched Gallagher in the face, slapping him down to the ground. He took out his anger by thrashing several punches at the cocky fighter that knocked him out. Here's a lesson to learn: never disrespect and disregard your opponent. Number 3. Wing Chun master versus MMA fighter. Wing Chun masters challenging MMA pros has always been an interesting battle. Here in this video, you can see 47-year-old Wing Chun master getting into a fight with an MMA fighter. Interestingly for everyone, the Wing Chun master didn't even know the touch gloves part. Instead, he shook the guy's hands. That was pretty hilarious, wasn't it? Finally, Wing Chun understands the point and does touch the gloves. Knowing how cocky the Wing Chun was, his opponent didn't wait for too long to start destroying him immediately. He started with 2 hard kicks, then punched him brutally in the face until the fake Wing Chun master gave up. It seemed as if he hadn't ever been punched before. Backing up after some time, Wing Chun couldn't bear the pain and totally quit. Number 2. Adrien Broner versus Marcos Maidana. You may never come across another boxer who's as arrogant as Adrien Broner. This super confident boxer's never shy during the run-up to a fight, especially when it comes to the media. In 2013, however, the undefeated Broner met his match when he ran into the Argentinian Marcos Maidana. He opened the fight in an extremely confident manner as he taunted Maidana by air-humping him against the ropes. After showboating at every chance he got, it was Maidana who got the last laugh. He knocked Broner down for the first time in his career before flooring him in the 8th round. And the cocky Broner was given a taste of his own medicine as Maidana air-humped in the penultimate round as he cruised to a lopsided point victory in Texas. Number 1. Julian versus Win. This video shows a tattooed tough guy, Julian trying to get in the head of his opponent during the weigh-ins. Unfortunately for the aggressor, the victim, in this case, was the current flyweight knockout artist just signed by the UFC, Ben 10 Win. During the fight, Win wastes no time in making Julian pay for his pre-fight BS, smashing him in just 25 seconds. Enjoy. And with that, we've reached the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed watching these cocky fighters get owned by professionals. For more sporty videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel and also ring the notification icon to receive updates about our latest videos. Goodbye.